Hey everybody, this is Abe at Mountain Time Farm. It is January 26th, 2025, and this is my second installment of Abe's Agroforestry Afternoons. Or maybe it's Agroforestry Afternoons with Abe. Anyway, in this second video, I kind of want to follow up from the first video and give some shout outs to people I got a lot of really great information from about doing syntropic agroforestry. There was a couple people I left out from my last video, so I want to mention them and then mention and talk about a whole bunch of people that I got really great information from to learn about syntropic agroforestry. So stick with me and I'll tell you all about it. Thanks. So this is actually my second attempt at making this video because I did one the other day and realized I forgot a lot of people, and so I wanted to redo it, be a lot more comprehensive. The big one that I forgot from my first video is Mark Shepard. Mark has a farm in Viola, Wisconsin called New Forest Farm, where he turned big giant, cornfield into a thriving, diverse agro ecosystem with forests and alley cropping and row cropping and just a great combination of all kinds of sustainable farming practices. And while not syntropic per se, he's really on the same page to a lot of the syntropic stuff in terms of planting with density and diversity and letting nature sort of do the decision making. And so he's got a book, it's called Restoration Agriculture. He's also got a nursery website, forestag.com. And really great. I'd encourage everybody to check him out, read his book. He's also got another book called Water for Every Farm that is about the keyline water management system, but more specific and more adapted to North America. So anyway, transferring towards explicit syntropic agroforestry, really, I'm the kind of guy who likes to get my information straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. So as soon as I learned about it, I'm like, okay, I got to hear what Ernst Gotsch has to say because he has inspired so many people. So anyway, hop on YouTube. There's a ton of videos of him giving lectures and presentations. There's only a few of them in English. Many are in Portuguese. But you can do the auto translate on YouTube by clicking the gear wheel and selecting your language. And take it straight from Ernst. He's got very comprehensive presentations about the history, philosophy, and finer points of syntropic agroforestry. Then I actually made a list here so that I don't forget any. One of the first articles I came upon about syntropic agroforestry was comparing it to Miyawaki forests, which are similar, but more of a kind of geared towards restoration, nature, pocket parks, doing sort of providing little islands of ecology in otherwise difficult to use spaces in often urban environments. So a lot of cities and municipalities have built them, but in some ways they use a lot of the same methods as syntropic agroforestry. So there's a great article on the website orchardofflavors.com, and flavor is spelled with a U, like the British version. Going on from that, in terms of what's going on in Brazil, I highly recommend the organization CEPEAS, CEPEAS. They have a website, articles, and a really great YouTube channel. It's run by a guy named Fernando Ribeiro, And in particular, for me, he has a video series about doing syntropic agroforestry in the Caatinga region of Brazil. And it's the dry tropics, and that video was really what convinced me that I could make syntropic agroforestry work here for me. Because here in Missoula, Montana, we get approximately 12 to 15 inches of rain per year, which ain't much. So seeing that 10-part video series, it's with a guy named Nelson Araujo, really convinced me that syntropic agroforestry could work in a drier environment. Another video that really convinced me was by Scott Hall. Scott Hall runs Syntropia in Australia, and he's got a really great farm. And he made a video about working with grass in syntropic systems. And I took that method and ran with it. I got a hold of an Austrian scythe from scythesupply.com and started scything the grass and piling it, going down these rows, scything it this way, going down this side of the row, scything it this way, and creating a very thick, nice mulch strip of fresh green grass all the way down the tree row. And that really helped, really helped reduce the competition from all this quack grass, and the plants grew better. I've got some plantings of this guy here, hazelnut. These really struggled the first year when it was just like grass all around and there was a little pile of wood chips. So anyway, big thanks to Scott Hall, really helped me out. Let's see, next on the list, Eric at Black Creek Farm. Big shout out to Eric. He's got some good videos on syntropic agroforestry. And also, I hear he may be writing a book, so keep your ears open for that. He's got a nursery business. Give him lots of love and support. Seems like a real stand-up fella. Let's see. Also on YouTube, there's the Agroforestry Academy. Those guys' names are escaping me at the moment, but a lot of good information that they put out. Another really great one on YouTube is Byron Grows. Byron is a very passionate individual. It seems like he is turning this into his life. So more power to you, Brian. Spreading really great information. I learned a fair bit from him watching his videos. They're all in English. The next couple aren't in English, but really great syntropic systems that they've built. There's Annelle Thierry in France, and she is like charging into the future, trying new things with syntropic agroforestry, or just syntropic farming in general. She has done amazing work. She's got all these experiments, and some of them are just amazing. She has syntropic gardens that are all annuals, no perennial plants. She's done some really cool stuff with intensive use of annual plants alongside the perennial plants as a way to boost the growth of the perennials. She's great. And then the other one is YouTuber Sir Regenera, SERREGENERA. He is in Uruguay. His channel is all in Spanish, but he's great. It looks like he's got a really great syntropic system installed, and you got to turn the translate on, but he's got good information and he's kind of fun to watch. So, and I think the last one, there's the Investing in Regenerative Agriculture podcast, and there's a couple interviews where he interviews Philippe Passini and Diana Andrade, who worked and studied under Ernst Gotsch, and they have a lot of very hands-on experience with doing syntropic agroforestry, and they seem like really great sources of information. They have a very amazing farm in Italy, and the Investing in Regenerative Agriculture YouTube channel has some video of it, and really great. Philippe Pessini and Diana Andrade. And oh, last one that I really like, he seems like a cool chap, is Farmer Jones. Farmer Jones, he's an Australian, like Scott Hall, and what does he bring to the table? I don't know. He's got a great system. He's installed it from scratch. Works good. He's good at explaining it. He's good at making money doing it, which is critically important for farmers to be successful at this sort of thing. So highly recommend Farmer Jones. Oh, something did a little digging over here. Anyway, I think that's it. I made it through the list, and one of the last things I want to give a shout out to is the Temperate Syntropic Facebook group. It's organized by this guy, Roger Gietzen, and Josipa in Denmark. And it is a really great resource of information and has a lot of people on it. And there's some really great conversations happening there about syntropic agroforestry. So not everybody's on Facebook, but if you are, check out the Temperate Syntropic Agroforestry Facebook group and say what's up on there. So anyway, those are all the people who have a lot of really great information on how to do this stuff, how to install it correctly and not get too far out over your skis on it. So anyway, I think that's it. Maybe in the next video here coming up, I'll get more into specific plants, companion planting, how to lay out rows, how to plant them, that sort of stuff. So anyway, hope you're doing well. This has been Agroforestry Afternoon with Abe, episode 2, January 26th, 2025. Thanks for watching. Keep in touch. Bye. So, of course, I realized I forgot a couple more people. Last but not least, definitely Scott Gallant. He's got some really great info. He's with a group called Porvenir Design, and he's got a very, very good presentation on a channel called All Points Design, and highly recommend you check him out. He's got good info and graphics. He does like PowerPoint presentations. So if you're a graphically minded person, he's got some good stuff for you. Then there's also this channel called What's Ripening, a fellow in Florida. He's got some videos about the realities of syntropic farming, the pros and cons, and I'd recommend him as well. I'm sure I'm forgetting some more people, so if I've left you out, don't be offended. Hit me up. I'd love to give you a shout out. So anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Agroforestry Afternoon with Abe, episode 2. Thanks.